And tensions are growing in that region for American forces. 2 more U.S. bases in Syria attacked by Iranian-backed militias yesterday. That's 87 attacks since October 17th, as the Houthi rebels continue to target all ships heading to Israel as well.
America's commitment to Israel highlighted as the State Department bypasses Congress to approve the sale of more ammo.
GOP Congressman and Iraq war veteran Cory Mills sits on the House Armed Services Committee and Foreign Affairs Committee, and he joins us now. Congressman, so great to have you here. Explain this situation now.
Well, basically what's happened is that Congress set aside a $14.3 billion aid package that would have reallocated money that was going to be intended for the IRS with this 87,000, deep state IRS agents that are going to be weaponized against the American people. The Senate basically said that we're not going to take that bill up. Biden has said that he's going to veto it, and now they're bypassing congressional authorities, bypassing the constitutional right of the Article 1, Section 8, Clause 11, or even the 73 war powers, and they're trying to utilize the AUMFs as an emergency situation that they can just go ahead and drain 14,000 120-millimeter tank rounds out to send across roughly $106 million worth of tank rounds, but completely ignoring the elected officials that are in Congress with our roles and responsibilities.
So the bill hasn't been passed yet, which would allocate those resources. And the White House is basically saying, we don't care about you, Congress. We're sending that aid under emergency powers.
Well, but think about why the package hasn't been approved, because you have the 2, Democrats in the Senate, Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell, who refuse to actually approve this, who won't actually take it up to the president's desk. And they're trying to basically cram in this multi-aid package because they want to send more money to Ukraine. You've got Joe Biden, who wants about $106 billion more money going to Ukraine. We have demanded everything from Warren Davidson's bill, which is define the mission act so that we actually understand what is the military strategic objective, got shot down. No one wanted to approve it. We've asked exactly how the money was allocated for a 100% audit on it, have never received it. I can tell you now, I will not vote for my constituents, not one single penny, to be allocated to Ukraine when we know the corruption that's going on and we have zero understanding of the oversight.
Are they laundering money?
I think it's very possible. I think it's we can't take anything off the table of possibilities. I mean, when you got that much money and you can't define exactly how it's being utilized, that's a real problem for me. But the circumvention of Congress, that just goes to show you how desperate the Biden administration is, but also the fact that they will not uphold the Constitution anyway. I mean, look, not that's surprising from a guy who said that Constitution is not absolute. I mean, that was his exact comments.
You're talking about these bills and whether or not we're going to be able to bring. We've had, by the way, the speaker on the program just last week and talking about whether or not they're going to bring these bills one at a time, whether or not that's extending aid to Israel, whether or not that's our border, versus the fight to tie everything together. Well, we know now there's something like 30 people from the FBI's terror watch list have been arrested trying to cross our southern border. That's this fiscal year, which started October 1st. So 30 since October 1st.
Yeah.
Congressman, something's got to be done, and I don't understand why this isn't bipartisan.
Well, look, you're from the state of Texas. You know all too well that our borders are completely open. Instead of impeaching or trying to oust someone like George Santos, we should have been impeaching Mayorkas for a failure in doing his job. We are more concerned with fighting each other than we are actually fighting the ones who need to be held accountable. Just last week, we had 12,000 illegals cross in a single day. We've got 1.8 million are on gotaways. We've got record high when it comes to how many were actually on a terrorist watch list. Look, the #1 priority for me and many of my colleagues is securing our border. We passed in the House H.R. 2, which is Secure the Border Act, back in May. And the Senate, once again, has refused to put it on the table because they want to use it as a leverage point to try and get more money in Ukraine. Well, I'm sorry. I am not going to try and secure another country's border before I'm able to secure my own, basically taking a taxpayer, a guy who gets up before daylight, who goes to bed, doesn't see his kids, working extra shifts, record high inflation. I'm going to tell him, guess what? 60% of your dollar in taxes, we're going to secure another country's border, not our own. Not going to do it, and I'm going to continue to fight for the American people.
Keep fighting.
Well said. Mills, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Likewise.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.